Hey my people, how you doing? I hope you're having a damn good day. Welcome back to the channel. Episode 3 of the Leicester City career mode is about to be underway. And we're hopping straight into our game versus Leeds United. Now Leeds, last season of course in real life they did not have a very good season, but we do know that they possess a lot of good quality. And in the first half, that quality was not there from either team. And it showed in the highlights. It really did show in the highlights, as majority of our chances came as both teams decided to, or not decided to, but tired as the game progressed. So you'll see a lot more of the highlights in the second half here. And to be fair, we probably should have scored with the Castagna goal, or the Castagna shots ricocheting off the crossbar. And yeah, Leeds United went one closer, with Gelhardt making it 1-0 to them, 63 minutes gone, getting it just between the keeper and the crossbar, I should say. Yeah, so Leeds United, they're in firm control of this one at this moment in time. Great bit of ball movement between the two forwards, I think, Brendan Aronson and Gelhardt. And yeah, you know what? You cannot shade them whatsoever. They played incredibly well. I was very impressed, I must say, with the likes of Brendan Aronson. I mean, even in real life, everything runs through him in the team. You see when Leeds play, he is an absolute cog in the midfield, and everything good that Leeds can produce comes through him. So he was a great player to watch. He could have potentially scored a late winner for them, ended up missing, but we share the spoils. We take a point each and we move on. Probably should have taken all three, but it is what it is. Though we do have some good news, as Tielemans has decided he would like a new contract with us. Now, of course, in real life, I don't think he's going to be re-signing. Of course, in real life, I think he's probably going to go to Arsenal. But in this career mode, he was like, boss, sign me up, 3-year deal. Of course, we are going to give him a bit of a pay raise as things stand, and we're going to insert that release clause. Of course, he wants that release clause. So if a club like Barcelona or Real Madrid or Man United or City or whoever come in and give us 109 million, basically 110 million for him, that's fine. I would be quite happy to let him go at that price. And I think it's a win-win for anybody and everybody. So there is a way out of the contract. He just needs to perform, right? So good performances for him equal positives for us. Either way, we're still going to get a lot of money for him, and either way, we still have a very good player on our hands for the next 4 seasons. So we hop into our game versus Arsenal. We've gone with a very different lineup, a 4-1-2-1-2 formation, 2 strikers up front, and Daka and Kelechi and Nacho. And I think that strike partnership will give the back 4 of Arsenal, and especially the back 2 centre-backs, the 2 centre-backs in Rob Holding and Saliba, a bit of a game. And I was very much, correct, because 14 minutes in, we got James Justin bolting down the left-hand side. Of course, we're not playing with wingers, so our fullbacks are going to be a lot more involved in the attacking play. And he finds himself in acres of space, crosses it straight to Daka, and well, that's the rest is history. We damn well scored the first goal in the game. The Emirates was rocking though. You could see that they were so keen for this. We have a ball cleared off the line. Ricardo Pereira just getting there in time. And moments later, it led to a very acrobatic Jamie Vardy turning back the clock really. From outside of the box, man went for a scissors kick from outside of the box. I was absolutely dumbfounded, to be honest. And there we go, the goal line technology says it was a no goal. So any Arsenal fans out there complaining, that's a goal, refs cheated us, the technology says otherwise. So Ricardo Pereira with a brilliant clearance of the line. I was like celebrating. Like, to be fair, it's true what they say. A goal line clearance can sometimes be as good as a goal. And it really did, it was really true in this moment of the game, because it was a big momentum shifter, because Arsenal were on the front foot for a lot of the first half, and that's probably was a deserving goal, and Ricardo Pereira was like, I'm not having it. So yeah, but going into the break though, we find ourselves up 2-0 thanks to a great Wilfred Ndidi header with a great Madison corner. So yeah, and 67 minutes gone by, Arsenal find themselves back in this game at 2-1. Now they had been the writing was kind of on the wall with that goal, I'm not going to lie, because they probably should have scored the goal line clearance. But Arsenal fans, can you really feel hard down when you have Kieran Tierney playing drastically trash defense like that? And then Madison, I tried to square it to, I think it was Iosi Perez. And Rob Holding was like, hold my beer, I'm going to score a goal myself. Of course, it had to be an own goal. And literally, dying moments of the game, bang, bang, Yuri Tielemans scores a goal. What a way to celebrate your new contract. And I think it's even worse by the fact that he could have been going to Arsenal on a free, signed a new contract, and then scored the 4th goal at the Emirates. Leicester fans going absolutely berserk. Yuri Tielemans in this diamond midfield was absolutely outstanding, might I add. So, potentially a formation to play with in the future. Maybe, potentially. I do kind of like the 4-4-2 formation though. It's very retro-esque. Leicester, it reminds me of the title-winning team Leicester, so I might be tempted to play that a bit more. But the diamond in the midfield does suit us quite a bit, so we'll play around with it in the next few episodes of formations and so on. I'm also keen to try a back five. Sorry, a back five could be quite a nice change up to the pace of play, because in real life Leicester do play with the back five. So the only problem I have is the lack of centre backs that we have. I mean, Vestergaard's a decent centre back. Amati's leaving soon. And I mean, we are kind of thin then. We have Johnny Evans, we have FaZe, and then we have Sionchu. So those are 3 centre backs, yes, but they would get very tired then, and so it would kind of make it a bit difficult. So we might need to look at a centre back signing before we really hop into we're going with the back 5 for these next 5 games, So yeah, but anyway, back in this one, Brighton and Hove Albion. They this game was a bit of a weird one. I mean, we see a free kick at the upright there. I was very wasteful with the opportunities that I had for Leicester. Could have easily scored a handful of goals in this one, but it wasn't meant to be. Otherwise, I mean, most times I would just lose the ball, and the same would go for Brighton. So it was a mixed bag of equalness, I should say. As we created good chances, and I was the one to mess them up horribly. I mean, right there is a great example. I mean, man could just be in on goal, and I try to move out of the way and then cut back, and it's just so stupid of me on my behalf of things. So yeah, but in this episode though, I was very impressed with the overall team performance. We played 5 big games in this one, and the fact that the boys stood firm in every single game was a testament to them. This team is a very good team, and I'm actually somewhat shocked by the way that they have been playing. I mean, that first episode was the benchmark. I mean, we beat City, we took on West Ham, of course. We've played some very good teams, and we've come out on top more times than not. I mean, I think our only loss of the season so far is to Wolverhampton Wanderers. So, that's not a bad run of form for us. I mean, what a bad way to start out your managerial career for Leicester City. And of course, the fans from Leicester, they will always be endearing as long as you give 100% of what you can offer to the team. So, and that's what this team has done. That's the culture of Leicester City, and that's the culture I'm trying to, I don't know, maybe not improve, because it's been there, but just get more of, I suppose. So yeah, but Dennis Praet, might I add, came on as a second half sub and was impactful as ever. 75 minutes gone by, he would score the only goal of the game. That's right, people, we would end up winning this 1-0. Leicester fans happy as can be. I was just chatting about the Leicester fans, and I must say, Sanchez, we are going to potentially be looking at him as a goalkeeper, because he plays the exact way that I want to play. I mean, linked with Manchester United in real life would suit the Erik ten Hag system quite well. I mean, I'm not trying to exactly replicate that system, but at the same time, that system is a great system. I mean, Pep Guardiola-esque, Erik ten Hag type system is modern football. I mean, even Mikel Arteta's type style of ball. So, yeah. But nonetheless, we collect the 3 points. We move on. The King Power rocking. It was a bit of a nitty-gritty performance, but the man who's leaving in January and heading to Turin, Dennis Praet, is the one that rescues us, because I would not have liked to have drawn to Brighton. But speaking of Brighton, actually, I was actually thinking, Leandro Trossard could potentially be a great player for us. So we'll have a look at him as well in the January/summer. But moving on though, EFL Cup against Liverpool at home, of course. 3 minutes in, we have a great Ricardo Pereira cross to the likes of Jamie Vardy, who heads it home for a 1-0 lead. I have gone with a very strong team because I would not mind going for the EFL Cup, like trying to win this thing. That would be a great start to our career. I don't think right now we are doing very well in the Premier League, but I don't see us continuing our most outstanding form. I mean, the form that we've been on has been absolutely unreal. So I can see maybe a run of games where we don't exactly win every one of them, and the likes of City, United, Chelsea, so on, Liverpool, of course, they will catch us eventually. I mean, I don't think this team is bad, but I don't think it has the exact qualities and depth in order to maintain a title charge consistently. So, yeah. But in this one, we would end up beating Liverpool 3-0 at the final end bits of this game. Daka scoring his second on the day, making it 3-0 to us. And we move on. We've knocked out a big European giant. We've knocked out a big English team in Liverpool out of the EFL Cup. One less good team to go. And it's not looking good for the rest of England, though, because the first trophy could be in Leicester City's cabinets for the season. So we will have to see how things go. Of course, it is still early on in the career mode. I would like to add as many trophies as possible. So any trophy that we can potentially win is a trophy that I'm going to go for 9 times out of 10. Unless, obviously, we've got bigger trophies to worry about. But moving on, though, to Aston Villa, this was a very boring game. I mean, no real cutthroat attempts. There was just no cutting edge in this game. And it did show because we were playing the likes of Daka and Kelechi Iheanacho up front, giving Jamie Vardy a bit of a rest. And to be fair, their youth and athleticism almost paid off in the end. But unfortunately, it was not to be, as we would draw the game. Unfortunately, drawing 2 of our games in this episode, winning the other 3, which is not too shabby if you ask me. Away at Villa Park, always a tough ground to go to. So sometimes you'll just have to take the points and move on with it. So yeah, but nonetheless, I think we are in some good form heading into our next episode, where maybe something surprising might happen. I have been looking at a few free agents, so stay around for that one. And guys, I hope you have the most amazing damn day ever. I'm out. And deuces, peeps, deuces.